Hello, my paper art friends. So today I'm going to talk about some of the tools that I enjoy using in my paper art. So there often are not tools made specifically for crafting with crepe paper, but there's a lot of things that we can borrow from our friends in the bookbinding world, and you can often find these bone bookbinding tools, which are actually quite helpful, and I'll demonstrate how I actually use these, as well as this is actually a wooden sticker burnishing tool that I found at a Japanese stationery store, Nikoneko Izakaya. So I'll put links to these types of tools so you can check them out later. But with the straight edge of the wooden stick, I tend to use it to take out grain from my laminated heavyweight paper, or I'll use the side of the bone folder, or you can also use this edge. I'm not actually entirely sure what this curvier version is called, but all of them work pretty well if you want to kind of take out the grain from heavyweight paper after you've laminated it, just to kind of give it a smoother look. I often do this if I'm making a flower calyx, or sometimes I do it for leaves if I find that the natural leaf is not as textured looking as the heavyweight crepe paper is. So you can see, now that I've kind of worked through the paper with my tool, it's much smoother looking than sort of the natural unburnished crepe. And in terms of petals, I often like to use this. It's almost like a small scoop side, and I use the back side of the scoop in my fingers if I want to create like a very gentle cup in my petals, and I don't want something too deep. So if I want something much deeper, it's a lot easier to cup petals with my fingers for a much deeper cup, but not every single type of flower actually has petals this curvy. Sometimes you just want something that's very lightly cupped or very gently manipulated, and that sometimes looks more natural depending on the flower that you're making. With the bone tool, I tend to use this edge for cupping, and again, I use my thumb and kind of gently scrape the paper. And so you can kind of get different petal effects depending on what tool and combo of tools you use, and then how deeply you cup. And that can give you a little bit more variety in your petals. So I hope today's video was helpful. So I forgot to mention that I am actually using a fine crepe today. I actually had this shipped to me directly from Germany because I didn't find it very easy to find this particular color. So I believe this is 132. And the German name for this is Erdbeerut. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it means strawberry. And you can see it is a pretty lovely sort of strawberry pink.